People don't understand. This is the new generation of roasting.
She was on a show called The Talk for 13 years. If you never saw it, here's what you missed. No, no, no.
Back in the day, it was the Friars Club, and it was a private thing to be roasted.
Until us.
That's
Until
right.
me.
And then when you guys did it, and when Dean Martin...
It was a whole other thing.
It was a whole other thing. But this is, and they consider it the lowest common denominator, so they hit you below the belt.
Yeah.
And my feeling, while I'm happy that there's discussion, because then we can get to progress. You should have the feelings that you have.
Right, so I don't agree with her. You know, I think that she done lost it. I think that she sold herself out as well. They said Kevin Hart gave her a show from the higher ups. They give her a show. Seems like she was a part of the humiliation ritual because she got humiliated with the jokes about her skin color, with the jokes about, they said she looked like a man. They talked about her private area. I mean, they really went down on her. So she said, this is how new things are going, you know, and I don't agree with it, but that's just how it's going. I think she's given us an insight on this new world. We are moving into a different world in Hollywood. You know, Trump is taking over Hollywood, and they want to be able to be racist in their jokes. You guys can for sure. More TV shows is going to be racist. They're going to talk about your dark skin. They're going to put it in the cartoons. They're going to put it in any and everywhere they can put it and just say, deal with it. It's just joke. It's just entertainment. It's not that serious. They want people to be numb to this, and they're definitely going to go back and use the N-word. So this is just the beginning of something horrible, and we see these individuals, they're one that signed up to do it. And I guess they feel like if it's not them, it's just they're going to get another black person. And we black people have been sleeping. We have been, we too comfortable. We are too comfortable. But don't you worry, they about to tap and wake our asses up. Kevin Hart, Dr. Umar, George Floyd, and Sheryl Underwood. They sacrificed them, y'all, on Mother's Day. For what? A white laughter? And Kevin Hart, when I tell you, he held the freaking blade. Netflix throws this roast on Mother's Day, you all. And they bring out what's his name? Shane Gillis. Now, mind you, this is the same man who was fired from SNL for being too racist to host. Dr. Umar said it. When I tell you Dr. Umar said it when he said, I've never heard of the devil, but I know who he is now. I've never heard of the devil, but I know who he is now. And when I tell you that right there, this guy called it a celebration of black excellence. No, man, this was a celebration of black humiliation. That's what this was. And Kevin Hart, he handed him the microphone, grinning, like happy little slave who just got promoted to a house nigga. That's what that was about. But Dr. Umar, he told us, he said, my phone blew up on Instagram. His phone blew up on WhatsApp. Emails was blowing up. He said everything was blowing up. Everybody was screaming. They were saying, did you see this yet? Did you see this? And he said he sat there for 2 hours and 45 minutes and watched that shit. He said he had his notebook out. He had his pen, and honey, he was just looking. And what he found, he said this was not a roast, y'all. Dr. Umar said this was not a roast. He said it. This was a ritual. Let me tell y'all, Sheryl Underwood was the lamb, and Kevin Hart led her to the damn altar. And 17 white writers, 17 white men Netflix hired, held the blade, okay? And honey, they tested us first. That's what he said. They wanted to see how broken we are, how desperate we are to laugh to our own death. Shane Gillis said, and I quote, George Floyd is looking up at us and laughing so hard that he can't breathe. A black man murdered on camera, crying for his mama, and they made it a punchline? This ain't right, y'all. This ain't right. On Mother's Day, while black mamas watch, while black kids watch, and Kevin Hart, a black father, he sat there and he laughed at this shit and grinned and grinned and grinned while they just dance on a dead nigga's grave. This ain't comedy, y'all. This is a lynching humor. This the same shit they printed in the newspapers when they burned us up alive and sold postcards of our bodies. It's the same. And Kevin Hart, he just co-signed it. He lent his black face to white supremacy greatest hit tours. They started with George Floyd. They joked about a dead black man and nobody walked out. I was shocked. Nobody was walking out. Kevin didn't stop that shit. Mr. Green, okay, Draymond, he didn't grab the mic. So they let that shit just keep going. And when I tell you, they just went deeper and deeper into our women, into our mothers, into our damn dignity, y'all. Kevin Hart let them test the waters with a dead nigga. And then when we didn't drown them, when we sat there like broken animals, they said, all right, they'll take anything now. Let's give them to them all. And that's what they did. They took us through there. Took us through there. When I tell you they unloaded on Sheryl Underwood, prayers for that woman. Oh my God. Shane says Cheryl's husband unalived Sudi Sadi, unalived himself. Obviously, black does crack because he jumped off an effing roof. I'll say that again. He said Cheryl's husband unalived himself. Obviously, black does crack because he jumped off an effing roof. Her husband died, jumped to his death, and they made a punchline not once, repeatedly, all night. Don't show Cheryl's husband the State Warriors logo. He might want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. Don't show Cheryl's husband the Golden State Warriors logo. He might want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. That's not comedy. That's terrorism. That's torturing a grieving widow for white entertainment. Jeff, bald-headed devil ass, said, Sheryl, you look like the donkey from Shrek. He told her in front of everybody, Sheryl, you look like the donkey from Shrek. Then said her pronouns are hee-haw, hee-haw. To a black woman on Mother's Day. Yeah. Told that black woman, you look like a donkey from Shrek, and said your pronouns is hee-haw, hee-haw. They're around here right now calling Michelle Obama a man. Y'all don't see the play? Honey, they called her one of the King's comedy. There they go again, calling her a man. They love calling black women men. Said she could play Kevin Hart's dad in a movie. Said Sheryl is so black, he had to bring Mr. Green to color balance their cameras because she's so black. Woo! And this is the white man. Said she looked like somebody made a wish for a puddle of mud to come to life. He said, that white man said, she looks like somebody made a wish for a puddle of mud to come to life. nasty mud to come alive, and that's how dark she is. And the worst one, and I need you guys to feel this shit in y'all gut. They said, Sheryl, you look like a grape Laffy Taffy that went through the dryer, your hair, that purple outfit. You look like your own Pussy. Sheryl, you look like a grape Laffy Taffy that went through the dryer. Your hair, your purple outfit, you look like your own Pussy. On Netflix, on Mother's Day, in front of millions. And Kevin Hart, a black man, the nigga who brought her here, just sat there and laughed. Where was your backbone, Kevin? Where is your effing soul, man? It wasn't Sheryl. It was not just Sheryl. It was not just Sheryl. They call Lizzo a fat effing bitch. Clear as day. Nice flute, you fat fucking bitch. Yeah. They call Tiana Taylor a bitch. Said at least she's good looking because that bitch is not funny. Yeah. 2 black women called bitches by a white man on Netflix and nobody knocked his ass out. Dr. Umar said it. He said, how does a white man call a black woman a bitch? 2 different women on international TV and don't nobody get their ass knocked the fuck out? What? I tell you how, Dr. Umar, because Kevin Hart let it happen. Because every coward-ass black man in that room chose their Netflix check over their sister's safety. Mr. Green, you supposed to be a so-called alpha man? You sat there like a goddamn statue. Tiffany Haddish never spoke up. Regina Hall, at least she didn't laugh. Thank God for Regina Hall, but she didn't stop that shit either. Dr. Umar broke it down, y'all. He broke it down. Mr. Green should have grabbed that mic and said, I'm a black man. I'm here for Kevin, but I do not like these jokes about black women. This changes right now or we are out. Or better, stand up, grab your sisters, and walk the fuck out. But no. Celebrity status over racial dignity. Netflix check over black women's lives. And Kevin Hart, the ringmaster of this minstrel show, led the parade of cowards. Lamar Odom walked out. Cat Williams spoke up and he left. But Kevin, he stayed. For the encore, for the paycheck, to deliver the final blow. 3 hours of watching black women get verbally castrated by white devils. And when Kevin finally gets up, when let me tell y'all, when Kevin finally gets up, when Dr. Umar thought, this is what Dr. Umar thought, because Kevin got up, Dr. Umar thought, he said, okay, here comes the alpha male. You know what this short motherfucker said? He said, y'all told me y'all wanted to see real nigga tonight. So I'm going to be a real nigga. He said that in front of all those white people. He said, y'all told me, the white people told him they wanted to see a real nigga. And Kevin Hart got in front of them people, talking about some, yeah, y'all said y'all wanted to see a real nigga tonight, so I'm going to be a real nigga. No, you don't say nigga around Caucasians. You don't do that. You don't license them to use our word. You don't perform coonery for their amusement, nigga. But it gets worse, y'all. Kevin said, I'm not going to let y'all disrespect my black queens, my black sisters. At this point, Dr. Umar thought he was about to clap back. He thought Kevin would say, y'all went too far on these women. Instead, Kevin Hart looked at Regina Hall, Lizzo, Tiffany Haddish, Sheryl Underwood, women who just sat there for 3 hours of hell already. And this is what he said to them. None of these women have a man. They a bunch of lonely black bitches. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They just got humiliated by white supremacy. Jokes about sooty sighties, bodies, blackness, and you, Kevin Hart, their brother, you throw them under the bus too? You throw their ass under the bus too? You co-sign. You co-signed this shit too, and you invited them to the lynching. They are here for you. You did this. Kevin Hart didn't defend black women. He finished them off. That's not comedy. That's not a real nigga. That is a career coon, a professional minstrel who sold out his sisters out for a Netflix check and a laugh from the white people. Dr. Umar was heartbroken. Dr. Umar was heartbroken. He said, I am furious. And you should be terrified, y'all. All of us need to be terrified. Because if Kevin Hart, one of the biggest black stars on earth, will sacrifice his own sisters for white approval, what won't these niggas do to you? Huh? What won't they sell? What won't they trade? Your dignity, your children, your life? They already did. They already sold George Floyd. They already sold Sheryl Underwood. They're coming for y'all next. They're coming for us. And this was designed. This was designed. Dr. Umar found out 17 white men hired by Netflix to write these jokes. 17 sat in a room and crafted racial humiliations about black people. From 1830 to 1930, white people dressed in blackface. Did y'all know that? They played the Zip Coon, the Piccanatty, the Mammy, the Uncle Tom, the Laughing Simbo to justify slavery, to justify lynching. Now, they don't need blackface. They need to get a black comedians to laugh in our faces while the white writers pull the strings because they're the damn puppet. Netflix said, get Kevin Hart. Get Kevin Hart. Get Sheryl Underwood. Get Lizzo. Put black faces on the stage so when we degrade them, it looks like they don't mind. Get my likes up. Get my likes up. Netflix said, get Kevin Hart. Get Sheryl Underwood. Get Lizzo. Put black faces on that stage so when we degrade them, it looks like they don't mind. No, we mind. We rage, and Kevin Hart, you were the bait. You dragged our sisters into that trap, then you helped close the damn cage. And the payoff? After they lynched Sheryl for 3 hours, after jokes about her dead husband, Netflix gave her a comedy special produced by Kevin Hart. Humiliation ritual, then the payoff. Break you down, pay you off, keep you quiet. All money ain't good money, y'all, but Kevin Hart took it anyway. Like always. Honey, he brokered the deal. He traded her dignity for dollars and smiled while he did it. Dr. Umar gave them the one pass, one Mother's Day pass. If it happens again, he'll counsel them? Nah, Dr. Umar, I'm not with you on that one, bruh. Nah, I ain't giving out no passes. Not for 3 hours of lynching. Not for selling our black women on international TV. Not for calling our sisters lonely black bitches after white devils called them fat bitches and puddles of mud. There is no pass for no treason. That is treason. No. Oops, my bad. For cloonery at this level? Oh, no. No. Kevin Hart knew. He saw Sheryl dying in the inside. He heard George Floyd joke. He watched Lizzo get called a fat bitch. He witnessed the sooty-soddy humiliations, and he chose to pile on instead of standing up. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. And those choices have consequences. So here, what do we do? What do we do now, y'all? And listen, because our life depends on this. Unfollow his ass, unfollow Kevin Hart, every platform, every account. Let his numbers drop. Let him feel what happened when you betrayed the community that made you, motherfucker. Boycott the damn movies, ride along 99 or whatever the fuck he's doing next. No, not one dime, not one ticket, not one damn stream. Tag his ass under every post. Kevin Hart sold his soul. Kevin Hart is a minstrel. Kevin Hart called black women lonely bitches on Netflix. Let that follow him. Every interview, every red carpet, every fake ass smile, and the Netflix. Cancel your goddamn subscriptions. I don't give a fuck about the Stranger Things. Cancel that shit. Hit them in their goddamn pockets. That's the only language they understand. Dr. Umar said, Tyler Perry and Oprah need a black flicks. And yes, we need our own platform, our own comedy, our own spaces where black women are protected and not prostituted for white laughter. Because this, what happens on that stage, this is what they want. They want us broken. They want us safe, self-harming. They want us laughing at our own, degrading ourselves just so they can justify doing it everywhere else. Jobs, housings, policing, education. Do you get what I'm saying? It starts in Hollywood. It starts on the shows. Then they start doing it everywhere else. They push it out like it's a belief or religion. This is how they are. This is how they operate. This is how you deal with them. At your jobs, at your housings, policing, education. If they can make us laugh at a puddle of mud and can't breathe, then they can make the world believe we deserve whatever Mister they serve us. We deserve it. That's what they want to push. And Kevin Hart helped them do it. He normalized it. He performed the final. He performed the damn finale. Yes, he did. He performed. He is dead. He is dead to the honey static media. He is dead to every black woman who destroys or does. He is dead to every black woman who deserves protection instead of punchlines. And I'm sorry, sometimes I can be so emotional. I mess up my words. Dr. Umar spoke for 3 hours. I could speak for 30. But I'll close with this. Kevin Hart, you wanted to be a real nigga. Real niggas don't let white men call black women bitches and laugh. Real niggas don't finish the lynching that white supremacy started. Real niggas stand up, speak up, and if necessary, walk the fuck off. And you did none of that. You did the opposite, and now you're going to have to live with that. and we're going to make sure you never forget it.